ornate dresser. I smiled at this thoughtful provision of a late-night snack. After I gobbled it down, exhaustion set in, and I shimmied out of my jeans and slipped off my bra, draping them over a comfy-looking chair in the corner, and crawled into the bed. The next morning, I opened my eyes to a still dark room, surprised to find it after 8 a.m. when I looked at my phone. After flicking on the bedside lamp, I realized there were no windows, a detail I'd overlooked in my exhausted state the night before. Guess I wouldn't be waking up to sunshine and birds singing, and I wouldn't be opening a window to let fresh air in on a balmy morning or evening, after where I'd spent the last 3 months. Determined not to find fault with the only option I had for a home, and one that had been so graciously offered, I searched for a plus to having no windows. I'd have a nice dark room if I needed to sleep in every once in a while, and I wouldn't have to worry about peeping Toms either. Okay, so I was reaching a bit. Following a call of nature and a desire to shower, I opened the 2 extra doors in the room, finding a closet and a small bathroom, which also exited back into the main part of the apartment. With both bathroom doors locked, I grabbed a quick shower and returned to my room to dress and unpack the rest of my small duffel. Later, I'd bring in a few more things from the car. Clean, dressed in jeans and a lightweight red sweater, and with my wavy blonde hair clipped up into a messy bun, I opened my bedroom door to bright light flooding the open floor plan through tall windows set in the far end of the apartment. This was more like it. A kitchen stood across from me, with a long island and bar stools. An 8-foot dining table filled an area farther down the home, with a large L-shaped couch, coffee table, and large flat-screen TV hanging over a gas fireplace, taking up the remaining space. In the far front corner, a closed door led to a built-out room, too small to be a bedroom or office, but possibly a storage closet or coat closet. "Uncle Paul?" I stepped into the gleaming kitchen and sniffed. Nope, no coffee yet. I crept along the back counter, locating the coffee pot, but no filters or coffee. 2 doors stood to the side of the kitchen. One led to a laundry room, the other to a pantry, where I struck pay dirt. As the coffee burbled down into the pot, I located drinkware, finally relaxing once I had a mug of the steaming brew in my hands. With my treasure, I moved around the apartment. A door farther down the right wall stood open, and I peeked into a larger bedroom, which must be Uncle Paul's room, as he'd said it was a 2-bedroom apartment. I ducked back out, not wanting to intrude on his private space, and continued my perusal of the home. "Uncle Paul?" Still no answer. I stepped to one of the floor-to-ceiling windows and peered out into the quaint street below. Old-fashioned storefronts bordered a cobblestone street with wide, clean sidewalks running down each side. Wrought-iron benches and dwarf maple trees dotted the walkways, adding an inviting feel. As many of the stores hadn't yet opened, few pedestrians moved along the walkways. Closing my eyes and inhaling the fortifying aroma of the steaming coffee, I let excitement and hope take the place of more recent, darker emotions. I had a new direction, a new life ahead of me. My eyes popped open, and I strode back across to my new room where, with my free hand, I grabbed my now empty duffel. Might as well store it and give myself a feeling of actually living here. I smiled as I walked across to the storage closet area, hoping I could find a small nook to stash my unneeded bag. As I approached the closet door, I slowed. A deadbolt was set into the door, as well as a knob lock. What the hell did Uncle Paul have that needed both a deadbolt that locked from inside the closet and a knob lock that locked from inside the apartment? I tossed my duffel at the couch, wincing when it missed and landed on the floor, and turned back to the puzzle of the doubly lockable door. Gads, now I sounded like Nancy Drew. Rolling my eyes at myself, I reached to turn the knob. Unlocked. As was the deadbolt. Intense curiosity overriding good manners, my mother would be horrified, I slowly...